tend to think of, oh, it's all one-sided, but it's not. Males are just as hung up as females in many cases, especially in religions. Guys, again, gals, close your ears. When you were in the locker room in 8th grade, did anybody ever tell you if you shake it more than 3 times, you're a homo? Or if you shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with it? Yeah, either one of those? You got it? Anybody? How many have heard that? Yeah, okay. You must have gone to the same grade school, elementary school I did. I mean, you're a lot younger than I, and that same stupid idea being propagated in locker rooms. So, males, we have a lot of shame around our own bodies. We have a lot of shame around our own sexuality, and we are made fun of and bullied by other people for expressing our sexuality in ways that, quote, is not macho or masculine. I mean, it's strong for males, just like it's right there for females as well. Pornography would be seen as normal. You almost cannot go back anywhere in human history and not find erotic figures, going back 25,000 years. Erotic figures are everywhere in human culture. And we wouldn't have priests or ministers molesting children because we would have no priests or ministers to molest children. So, I want to give you a case in point. Most religions are against masturbation. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't count Unitarians really. You know, they're kind of out there. Even Episcopalians are a little bit wimpy about this stuff. But Baptists, you know, Mormons, you remember in the book I give them, I quote the Mormon pamphlet. Every Mormon boy at 12 years old gets a pamphlet. It's about 4 pages, single-spaced, written by some guy back in 1963. And the title of the pamphlet is, Don't Tamper with the Factory. 4 pages, this goes on. Never mentions sex, never mentions penis, never mentions masturbation, never mentions anything. But it just uses this little metaphor of the factory. If you mess with the factory, it'll get all revved up, you'll lose control, Jesus won't like you anymore. Yeah. Every Mormon kid on the planet gets that at 12 years old. And it's the bishop of the local, what do they call those things, precinct or something, that hands those to him and literally, physically, face-to-face, in an office, one-on-one, talks to the kid about it. And guess who is a bishop in the Mormon church? Mitt Romney. He has done this many times. He's told tons of kids not to masturbate. No, don't mess with the factory. Don't tamper with the factory. Well, in my book, The God Virus, primarily what I've talked about here today has been from Sex and God. But there's one concept in The God Virus I think is really relevant here, and it's called the guilt cycle. The guilt cycle works very well in this sense. It brings you back to religion. You have to be taught what to be guilty of. None of you were born being ashamed of masturbating. Nobody is born knowing premarital sex is going to hurt and make baby Jesus cry, or anything like that. You have to learn that from somewhere, and you learn it from your religion. Your parents who themselves were religious. Which proves, in and of itself, if you get religion from your parents, it's a sexually transmitted disease.